Hello YouTube. Welcome back to Uncle Donnie's Workshop. What are we doing today? We are doing, what is this thing? A Hesacore Pickleball Paddle Grip. Now, this is the one that needs it. I have an overwrap on a standard grip there. What we want to do is make it like this. Makes it bigger, gives it that hexagon sort of texture to it, and your hand kind of goes back to the same place every time on this thing, which I do like that. Obviously I wear a glove all the time and it stains it, but that's fine. And then you put the overwrap over this, right? And there you go. So we don't need that. That was just to show where we're going. I just got this thing. This is the new carbon Barrage. Very nice. I love it. I've only played it a couple times. I put the overwrap on it just to see if I hate this thing. I'll pull that off, send it back. You got 30 days money back on these things. But I don't hate it. I'm keeping it. So there's that. And these aren't cheap toys. I'm sure if you don't play pickleball, you'd be like, what the heck? That's what you got to pay for a paddle? No, it's not. There are ones that are less. And a lot of them are decent. So the first thing we got to do is get this off, right? I just put this on the other day, so this won't be that hard. I'm going to show how to do this. I've had a couple people ask me, and when the third person asked me, well, let me know how it goes. And then I was like, maybe I should just film this. I know I haven't posted in forever. You guys probably thought I died in a horrible, accident or something, but nope. Just been busy. And sometimes I'm at a customer prem and it's like, hey, can I film? No. Well, if they say no, it's no. Okay, you got to respect, people's wishes. So, I do what I can. All right, so this we can throw away. I guess we could reuse it, but there's no point in that. They're not that expensive. I mean, the factory grip, just to buy that part, especially if you wanted the brand name one here. Hopefully the lighting is decent in here. It was too dark before. But that would cost 20 some odd bucks just to buy this, if they'd even sell it to you. And a decent one is 15, 18. And then you got to do the work, and it's more work than that overwrap thing. You can just get these overgrips very, very cheap and just replace them. Takes 5 minutes. And then you always have that nice tacky. And Yola makes these also. And the Yola ones are really tacky, really stretchy. They're nice. Anyways, what is this thing? What is this Hesacore? Here we go. And you'll have to pardon me. I'm trying to look at the viewfinder and do this at the same time. So there it is. It's kind of just a weird, soft, rubbery thing. Right? So it's a hollow tube. How would I turn this so you can see it? There you go. We're going to somehow get this on to the handle of the paddle, right? Now, as you could see from the other paddle, I've done this once, and it didn't go real well. So hopefully this is going to go better, right? Better. Yeah, better. And I can kind of show how I did it or what have you. I'm going to take this away. Oh, now the theory here, and I think I misunderstood this the last time. You get these 4... You can't even see these. This is silly. And I only got 3. Do they show up there? Yeah, you can see them against the face of the paddle, actually. There's supposed to be a 4th in here. There it is. There it is. We're fine. It's fine. Excuse me. Here we go. 4th one. Now, how are we going to do this? You see that little line in it? We're going to fold on that line. At least that's what the instructions tell you. And it feels like it's going to break, but it doesn't. So then you end up with that, a folded piece of plastic, right? So we'll do that to all four. This is what I call my little clean working room in here for working on electronics and working on stuff that's delicate. Don't want that stuff out in the garage where the real serious messes happen. Yeah, I do have another video that I shot, so I got to put that together and put that one up too. Now, I had the impression the last time I did this that you were supposed to put this through like that. I'm going to use the paddle with the hook on the bottom. And that is not what I'm seeing now when I take a second look at the... And then I thought you would pull it onto the handle, right? Because we're going to have to move this like this. And I have regripped golf clubs, so I feel like, yeah, this can't be that hard. But the last time, it did not go well. So I either misunderstood or something. I don't know. So you got to get all four of these in here. And from the picture, and I mean, these instructions are vague, okay? And if you go online, it's the same thing. Vague pictures with no words, you know, put the thing, pull the thing, put on to paddle, and you're done. Yeah, right. And that's it. Yeah, straighten out the squares so that they're where you like them. And there you go. See how simple that is? Look, there's nothing to this. Put your overwrap over it. I did read online they have a better, and they supposedly want you to take off the factory grip. I didn't do that on the other one, and I'm not doing it on this one. So that might be making it harder to install. Yeah, I know. I can hear you already. So we have the four in there, and we almost have them like petals of a flower there, or like if you want to think about it as 12, 3, 6, and 9, like that, 12, 3, 6, 9. I know young people don't even know how clocks work anymore. Now that thing was talking about stretching it, and on the last one, that I kind of came up with that myself. I started trying to stretch it out to give it a little bit more. I mean, this thing is tight and rubbery, but it does flex. I wonder how much we're really supposed to do here. But I think the idea, I mean, while I'm sitting here doing this, the idea almost feels like that it's, what am I trying to say? That these will be like jump ramps, right, as it goes on, and it'll slide along that, and you'll be able to push, maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to make this make sense in my head, how this is going to go better than it did the last time, because that was a real battle. Wonder how much I could really stretch this. I mean, I'm pulling pretty hard now, and that is plenty big. So it feels like... And the last time, the other thing I did is I got it rolled up on itself, and that was death. So don't do that, because then it gets tighter on the paddle instead of looser. Now I'm going to reposition here, so give me 1 second. All right, let's see what happens here. I'm trying to get this in frame. Last time there was a lot of pushing required, so you don't want to damage this thing. So I'm going to go like this, and if this shot doesn't happen, I'm not refilming it, so I'm not cutting this off and starting over, is what I'm trying to tell you. So we get our 4 pieces of plastic, and we get them folded to the outside. Now it's been like 10 minutes since I stretched this thing out, so I suppose we should stretch it out again. See how this goes. I assume that's the hard part, is to get it started over the base of this handle is the widest part, right? Right here. So I assume that was the problem I had the last time, but I don't know. Now, if we had this thing, yeah, it needs a lot of pulling just to get over that. Wow, okay. All right. Okay, yeah. No? Maybe? I feel like that was somewhat working. I want my... See, we don't want to wreck the paddle while we're doing this either, right? Come on. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What do we got? We sort of have it started. Kinda. Alright. What if... Wow, okay. Yeah. Hey, you know what? This is actually sort of working. I'm pushing against my body here. All right. I'm pulling them out, and that's what we don't want to do. So you are going to come up and over. Yeah. Sorta. Yeah, I know this looks ridiculous, but this is actually going better than it did the last time. I got stuck right about here, and that was near disaster. Now I want you to come up. There you go. Yeah? Yeah, you gotta pull this. It's gotta stretch over the... Look at the expansion there. That is crazy. But... And this leading edge feels kind of skinny, so you're afraid you're gonna tear it, but it seems like you really can't tear this. Oh yeah. There you go. Okay. Yeah, a little pushing in that area. I mean, we're making progress here. I hope this shot is coming out to some degree. All right, what if we used you to pull? What if we just did this? Yeah, see, it's piling up on itself again. I did that the last time, too. That was a mistake. We can't do that, so we gotta pull that. That has got... Jeez, this thing hurts your chest when you're pushing on it. Oof, there we go. I felt that move. See how it's bunched up, though? That's making a tight spot. It's not ideal. There we go. There we go. This audio is going to be ridiculous. Oh, see that one? I rolled over it there. All right, we're going to take a very small pliers here. We are not going to hurt that handle. Don't do it. There we go. Yeah. Because I need this. This can't get trapped. Come on. Oh, jeez. God, is that thing tight? I thought I had good gription on it. Oh, God. There we go. We got it to move out. Now you come with me to a world of pure imagination. Come on. All right. Well, we got it unbunched. I like that, right? Yeah. So maybe we could do a little more of this. There we go. Yeah, that pushes it over those plastic pieces. So that we're doing something here. Yeah, it all has to move. It just all has to move, right? Yep, now this one, oh, that's the same one again. This one just doesn't want to play nice. And we really... There we go. There you go. Come on out. Get these things back up and out. Come on now. There we go. You know, I suppose if I did 10 of these, I'd be pretty good at it by the end, right? Doing one every year is not, maybe not enough reps, you know? Okay, come here. Oh, jeez. That's exactly what I don't want to do. It's okay. No harm, no foul. Come here. There we go. God, you can hear the thing squeezing under. Oh, that is so tight in there. How is this even possible? This is kind of hard on your little fingers, too. I think we lost one under here. Yeah, we did. We sure did. It's okay. We're going to get it. There we go. Yep. Nice. Okay. Okay. Oh, God, you can't move those without the pliers. You got no hope. It's okay. There we go. Yeah, so if you're worried this is going to move after you install it and no, this is never moving. I don't see how you'd ever get this off without cutting it off with a knife. All right. So now we have everybody with their ears back out. And we're getting there. I mean, look, we only got that much left. I probably wasted my time. I could have pulled it the rest of the way. And I mean, here we go. Let's just see if we can get this up and over, or just... I mean, the whole thing does... You can sort of move it in sections, if you know what I'm trying to say. The whole thing isn't going to slide at once. It's almost the softness of the elastic of the... It's kind of silicone-y, plasticky, kind of, is what it feels like. Oh, now, yeah, you see that? We are there. We're at the bottom cap right there. And you can move it around in little small sections. That's not the worst. What did I do with that other paddle? Yeah, on this one I had just a little bit remaining. That's the bottom of the Hesacore right there. That soft white stuff. So if anything, I'm a little higher than that one. Maybe, yeah, a little bit. I sort of like that right there, to be honest. So let's see if we can pull the rest. Let's see where that takes us. Yeah, there we go. Sure. Oh, yeah, that's folded over on itself really bad right there. That's not. Okay, yeah, sure. Now, I like the hexagons to be like flat down the part that's parallel with the face. And there's a row here that'll be flat down the side. So now as this starts the process of getting that all squared up to where we love it. And this feels like it's off. I don't seem to have straight. Yeah, something's wrong here. Oh, God. I don't know if I'm in love with that. I think it needs a rotation. Oh, that rotated. Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute now. If that line. Yeah. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that one squeezed too tight? Huh. It's not bad. Huh. That's crooked. That's okay. This bottom. There you go. That's better. Needs a twist. Oh, that's better. Yeah. Yeah. What do we got here? We're not quite there, but we're close. Okay, wait. I'm making it worse. What are we doing here? I don't think we need that anymore. That's fine. This needs to come up. That needs to go down. Yeah, there. Whoa, how about that? I don't know if I love it yet. It seems like it's straight. It's so hard to pull that. My hand is like shaking a little bit. It's so tired. What is that now? That's all right. Oh, yeah, see, that's not what... They're kind of cattywampus at an angle, and I don't love that. I want it to seem like really good. Maybe that's what... Maybe we need to go up more? Is that... I actually like that. That's nice. Alright, so this is what we got right now. Let's put you guys so you can see a little better. We want the hexagons to... You see how the logo on the cap and the logo on the face and the hexagons are right in line? I like that. And this thing on the side, again, the cap and the paddle, that's making a nice straight line. What do we got here? I'm trying to figure out how you're seeing this the best. Here, that's better. I mean, that's kind of a nice little line there, right? I like that. And these ones on the side, this is that secondary angle. The grip is an 8-sided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So that supposedly is where you're supposed to put like this bone right here on that spot. At least that's what my last instructor was trying to tell me. And like it does feel pretty good. And the V should point to your nose, right? And there's all this, Western grip, Eastern grip, all this kind of stuff, but whatever. And if you're trying to spin the ball, that matters. Or if you're having trouble spinning the ball, that matters. You see what I'm saying. Now, if we really felt adventurous, we'd try to pull the plastic pieces out. So there's our plastic pieces, right? What do you think the odds of this are? Oh, God, yeah, no. You know what? Those are too small. How about if we got something a little bigger and a little angrier? Come on out, little buddy. All right, what if I was this way? How can you guys see me? Oh, God. That is just not moving. Wow. All right. I know people out there are laughing right now. We're going to tighten a little. Wonder what I use these for. What is that? Has to be glue. It's like a vice grip concept with weird tools in the handle. I don't know what the deal is. I probably bought it in a junk bin. Oof! Ah! It's moving. Are we pulling the grip off? Well, he's got to come out, so it doesn't matter anyway. Come on, go. Go, 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 go. Oh, God. That's ridiculous. Oh, no, I'll never get it apart, will I? Come on. Are these like regular vice grips? What are we doing here? Oh, for Pete's sakes. Oh! Oh, geez, I broke it. All right, I guess that was a tactical blunder. There we go. Jeez. This should get easier as we go, right? Hoping. Broke it off again. Look at that. I'm tearing the plastic. Now, as there's less plastic in there, this has to get easier, right? I think it should. I'm trying to stay in frame. Come on. Just come out, man. Come on. Just come out. Oh. You know, it moves a little, but not a lot. Come on. Doesn't want to go. Well, you get the idea. We're going to have to pull these out. Hang on. All right. We got them off. Nothing to it, right? No, when you hold it in your lap, I will say this, it's a lot easier to pull against. And the ones on these sides, the wide sides, they pull right out. And once they start moving, they just whoop right out. These ones on the short sides, they're in there pretty tight. But again, if you wiggle back and forth while you're pulling, when you start to feel it slip, don't let up. Pull, and they'll come out. Okay? So you can see we are lined up. That looks good. I like what I see there. I was joking. And like this is a cheapo brand I got on Amazon, right? And they look like this when you get them out of the package. And I'm going to show you how to do this right now, okay? This is not that difficult. I mentioned the Yola ones. They look like this, and they come on a little roll. And each roll is going to have two of them on it. There's one and another rolled on top of each other. So when you start pulling this out and to put it on, just keep that in mind that first one will kind of end, and you'll be like, wait, what? What's going on here? There's two rolled up into one roll, and then there's four in the package, I believe. Yeah, four. So those are very, very nice. They're a little softer. They don't last as long. Going forward, I'll probably buy those. These ones come in more colors. Now I had gray on this before, as you noticed, in case you didn't notice. Oh, and that was another brand, Gamma, and they're all right. I started using those, but like the gray is too dark. It doesn't match the paddle either. So that looks kind of stupid. So if it's not going to match, I'll just do white. It's fine. I don't care. So how do we do this? For starters, they tape this together. Now this piece of black tape here, this is going to be our top piece that we use to secure. You're going to start wrapping on the bottom, and we're going to go around and around till we get to the top. And then we're going to tape that down with this, right? And that's going to hold everything all together for us like this. And when it's time to change this out, this will be stuck on there and you'll have to tear that off. So it's not going anywhere. And this stuff will stretch. And this thing will also stretch a little. So the stretching is part of what holds it down, right? This will make sense when you see it. The other thing that throws people off is you start unrolling this, right? And you're going to have a lot extra, okay? You're going to need a scissors to do this. And I'll show you all this, don't worry. But like what'll happen here is this thing, you're looking for the end. Here we go. You're looking for the end that's cut to a taper like that, right? Is this showing up? Yeah, there we go. Now, if we peel this, come here. I'm tearing everything today. What is the problem? Here, what are we doing? Come on. Well, this is the back side. When we're getting ready to start, there's a little piece of covering of a tape there. We're going to peel that off, and then that's going to stick. That's how we're going to start, right? And once it's stretched and holding, it won't matter. That's just to help you do it. But this side, I don't know if you can see how shiny that side is. Yeah, you can kind of see that. That little piece of tape was supposed to help us start peeling this off. I'd like to do this quicker for the video if I could, but of course that's not going to happen. No, that's not what I want either. Oh, come on. This usually just peels right off. Here we go. Wait, I had it. Oh, for Pete's sakes, come on now. My hands are still shaking from that grip exercise of pulling those things off. Come on. There we go. All right, you see how the clear tape is coming off of there? You can see it now. This side, you're peeling this clear cellophane off of. This side right here, this is the tacky side. This is the side that's going to be out. This is the side your hand is going to touch. Okay? I am amazed how many people get that wrong the first time they try it. I peeled the stuff off and then laid that side down. No, dude, no. The other way. Yeah. So you just peel some of this. It really doesn't matter that much. And since we're ready to start here, I'm gonna put this like this. We're gonna peel this off. See that? We just peeled it. Now this is the side that goes towards the paddle. And I like to start like here. Just for a spot to start. It doesn't really matter that much, but... And I'm going to stretch a little. I'm going to keep my thumb on that sticky spot, and we're going to come around. This is kind of the weird... And I'm pulling this a little as I do it. And if you pull too much, it'll crinkle up on itself, but I want a nice, clean, tight wrap. And what I really want to do is come over... Whoops, you can't see that. I want to come over where I started. And then I want to start angling, right? So I'm going to do this. And you see how that's cut kind of puts you at an angle to start? Now we're going to pull pretty tight, and we're going to start going around. And I'm going to do like half. I'm going to overlap, pardon me, by half, right? So if we look at that, what's under there, I'm about half on my overlap. Words are so hard. Now, that's feeling a little tight there, but we're getting it down, and it's looking amazing. So we're just going to keep rolling. Now you see how we're overwrapping that, but those little hexagons are still very evident here. And I will say a downside to this stuff is you're going to wear the overwrap out faster, because on these high spots, you'll wear it out quicker, okay, rather than the conventional paddle handle. But they are so cheap to buy, don't worry about it. If you like how it feels. And ideally, you would try this on someone else's paddle first. And I'll be real honest, I bought a used paddle off of somebody, and he had this on it. And I was kind of, at first. I wasn't sure. I didn't overlap enough there, so we're just going to back up. This doesn't stick. It's the stretching that's holding it down, right? So if you got to back up and start over, hey, go ahead. It's fine. Where was I, though? Oh, yeah. So I bought the paddle, and I thought, I don't know if I love this or not. But then I kind of started to like it. And it turned out he had like 4 wraps of overwrap over it. So I don't know if he didn't like the paddle and he was experimenting. I don't know. So now we are where we want to be right here. You see that? And actually we used a lot of wrap on this. There's not a lot left. Usually I have much more left. So doing this in front of the camera obviously affected my normal amount of wrap. I don't know. That is kind of a lot of wrap. But that's not that important, okay? And I could redo it right now if I wanted to, but it's not going to matter. That's my point here. Now this, I didn't really have enough angle. I really should have been a little more steeper that way. This is like a flat wrap. That's not ideal. But you know what? We're going to go with it. Now I'm going to come up into more of a proper angle here when I make this cut. Because we're going to cut this off right here. We're going to get this out of our way. And we're going to find that weird black thing that I was showing you before. Here we go. It's right here. Now, this one, it's sticky on the back. And it's got a little starting point. And then you got to peel the rest off. And I would kind of say don't peel that all at once, because it'll stick to itself and you'll never get it apart, and that can be highly annoying. So I would suggest you don't do that. Now, what are we going to do with this here? We got to find a way. So I'm just going to pull this tight, right? And I'm going to put my tape like so, just to hold it there. It's not holding super great, but that's fine. And my tail has gotten, because now I want to peel. You can't see any of this. What are we doing here? What is he trying to show us? The white stuff has to be peeled off, because the black stuff is the sticky, right? And this is in the way of doing that. And the sticky stuff has stuck to it very, very well. All right, so there's the white stuff starting to come off, and I'm not going to go crazy and pull that off, because it'll want to wrap around and get stuck on itself. If it happens to you, you'll know right away. Oh, yeah, I think that's what he was trying to tell me. Don't do that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So we will stretch this back again. There we go. And we're going to come around. We're pulling. There we go. We're coming around and we're pulling this a little as we go, just to give it a little stretch, just a little. All right, at this point we could pull the rest of this off because we don't have a whole ton left. And we're going to come around town again. We're meeting up with ourselves. We're pulling tight. I'm pulling it pretty tight now at this point. I want this to stay down. And that's it. I mean, that kind of sucked at the end. Unfortunately, this stuff grabs. Whoop. Hey, wait. We might get away with this. There, that's better. That's better. That's all it's got to do is hold that tail end down, because the stretch of this is, it's shrinking together, right? And these ones that say extra tacky, these guys are extra tacky. Can you hear that? That's my fingers peeling on and off of it. You're stuck to this thing. So that is it. That's a Hesacore installed on a paddle. And it, doesn't have to be this brand. They're all going to be the same in the grip area, or very, very similar. Very similar. But my fingers are longer. My fingers are almost touching there. So I don't mind that bigger, fatter handle at all. I like it. So if that is something you're interested in, there you go. And this will be the end of the video. If you thought it was useful, hit like. You could subscribe. Or send the video to someone who you think might be interested in this kind of thing. Anyways, thanks for watching. And hey, I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.